Welcome back to our program. It's good having you. I hope that you're enjoying the discussion that we're having on bicycles and pedestrian walkways. Those are the kinds of things, along with resurfacing and several other areas, that Charleston County government is providing its citizens under the half-cent sales tax, the transportation half-cent sales tax, that is. And we have a great gentleman who's been talking with us about the city of Charleston being recognized for its bicycles and the fact that apparently a lot of people like using the bicycles in this part of the area. But I was also concerned about the ticket. I just wouldn't, I don't know, maybe I'm naive, but I wouldn't think that a young person or an older person would get a ticket. And I've had students when I was teaching here at Tech who said, we need to, come up with some way of stopping all of that. But is that for safety, do you think? You're a bicycle shop involvement person.
It's absolutely for everyone's safety. And, the phrase on the bumper sticker reads, same roads, same rights, same rules. And there's a reason for that phrase. And it is that bicycles are legal vehicles that may be used on public roads, assuming that they are used legally and responsibly, just like cars. So, getting a ticket in most cases, I would think, is probably a deserved action. It's pretty rare that tickets are given to bicyclists. And
they say mostly skateboarders as opposed to bicycles.
And, of course, that's a different class of vehicle. Yeah. It's not legally defined as the same thing as a bicycle or a car or whatever other vehicles might be on a road.
I think what perturbs the public sometime, though, is that maybe 2 or 3 bicyclists are riding along the road or maybe in the road because there's no bicycle path. And what do you advise them to do if there are a string of cars behind them?
Follow the law, which is a law that allows bicyclists to ride 2 abreast on almost every road in the area, as far to the right as is practical, and that's sort of a subjective area. It's not so well defined, but in most cases I think most bicyclists are doing the right thing. I think that most people are as easily agitated by other people in cars as they are bicyclists.
Probably. Are there contests of any kind in this area these days?
Contests.
Between bicyclists, who's the fastest, who's the slowest, who's got the prettiest?
There are some sort of lower key races that occur in downtown Charleston. There are huge sanctioned events like Festivello, and there was after the Bridge Run ride last year, and there's a Zucker Ride for Hope coming up. Lots of charity rides and really great events. Get a lot of people involved, great support for those events. It's a great way for everybody to be very visible to the community.
Do you find that most buildings in the city have a place where bicycles can be stored while the person is shopping or in class, and tied down with, or locked, I should say?
I would have to say that most places do have some sort of facility or some sort of structure that a bicycle can be locked to. On the other hand, I might say that they aren't always necessarily in the greatest of places. Sometimes they're in unsafe places, sometimes they're in darker places rather than lighter places. It's not necessarily that there's a lack of spaces. It's just a matter of where those spaces are located, I think.
Well, this is for my own curiosity. Are there bicycles for boys and for girls, or is it just unisex these days?
All of the above, including hand cycles, including recumbent bicycles, adult tricycles, adult training wheels.
Bicycle built for 2?
All sorts of things. Not necessarily in this shop at this point, but there are just about anything that you could imagine. It's out there somewhere.
We've got lots and lots of bicycles all over the place, and it's a good way to exercise. Absolutely. And apparently a lot of people are taking us up on that in this community. And as we said earlier, Charleston truly is a bicycle-friendly community. Well, that does it for our program. We hope that you've enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. It was all about bicycles and roadways that accommodate bicycles and walking paths as well. And one of the more exciting things that I didn't tell you about was that the city of Charleston and Charleston County are looking at and have made an effort to tie communities together, to tie neighborhoods together using bicycle paths and walkways. And I think that's great too, because we can now become more neighborly with one another. Again, we hope that you've enjoyed the program. We've been talking about bicycles and transportation half-cent sales tax. Money's been set aside for every opportunity, not all, but every opportunity to build a bicycle path in your area or a pedestrian walkway. This has been Charleston County RoadWise, the Transportation Half-Cent Sales Tax Program. I'm Cheryl Harleston.
For more information about RoadWise projects, visit us at ccroadwise.org and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.